So if he's holding it really well, you have to have a plan. Exactly. Right? Because then you'll discourage him, right? We have not done this enough, far as much as I should have had us doing it, right? So we have to encourage him to want to do it, and then you get to hold them for that long, right? But that one was really responsive and had a really good crossover, whereas the time before you had to tap him. So when he's willing to do it, we only hold it for a few steps and you can ask right away again, but he's got to know that, like, you're going to let him out of it if you push him there, right? Because we know he's not flexible. So that's basically like if someone had you, if you couldn't touch your toes, I'm sure you can, right? But if you couldn't touch your toes and someone helped and just pushed on your back a little bit, okay? And you're like, okay, I can take it. But if you make him do it down the whole long side, then that's someone laying on top of your back, really stressing out the hamstrings and being like, you need to, and then they're less willing to, because then they're going to be resistant because they're like, ooh, that's hard. Some kids wouldn't, they'd be like, okay.
Well, because she has to stretch 3 times a day.
I know, that's why I'm saying I know you know how to touch your toes, and I know I can, so you know the analogy, but some leg on until he almost goes like full sideways. There, good, and then be softer. See how he struggles? Like it's like goes in, he's like, oh, I can't. Yeah, really open that right rein and get him to take that step and let him out of it. Like, that side's clearly harder for him, which is interesting. Oh, no, that's right.
Yeah.
It is his right. Yep. That moment where he's basically full sideways, right? And you kept tapping him. So he didn't get the reward and the timing quick enough when he finally gave you that really hard step you were looking for.
Yeah.
That side where, like, I make it where I'm like, yeah, look what they have to do. You have to do the same thing. It's like, Avi understands that, but, like, again, not the hips, not really anything else.
That's what you need, the hips. Yeah, good.
Hey, Avi, let's do a little haunches outside the circle. Nope, your whip's up. Okay, well, then change direction. We're going to push on the trot. So you're going to think really put your inside leg on and okay, better response from him, but a little more haunches outside. So he's bending his neck and rib cage, but he's not really wanting to move his hind feet. Slow the front, that's fine. Yes, better steps and let him out of it. Good job, Abby. Good. And one more rep and then we'll go the other way. Good, inside leg, haunches outside the track. Really push him over. Post shove your hips to the outside. Yeah, good, much better. And then post small, get him straight and see if you can just get him to relax and be like, yeah, that's all I was asking you to do. Couple reps, clear posting rhythm, nice big open change of direction. So like a diagonal and then a nice big circle. Don't get in Ashley's way, she's half passing to the rail. Good for you. Cluck to him if he's not listening to your leg. I don't want to hear you clanking every stride. That's it. Good job.
Thank you, Ashley.
Hi, sweetheart. Good. Switch your whip. Good, slow your post. Yep. Open your inside rein and haunches outside the circle. You can come down to our circle down here. Good, open your inside rein. And now his haunches have to go to the rail, so you gotta give them space. You can't be on the rail, right? Haunches, think about like on 2-foot track off the rail, and then the haunches go to the rail track. Open and direct on that inside rein. Yep, tiny taps now. Say try a little harder. Get those haunches underneath you. You can do it. Try a little harder. Yes, good. And then out of it. Now what track are you on? You basically flushed him down the toilet bowl in the middle there. We're going to try to stay on the same track. Okay, so that he learns that his front feet don't leave this track that's about 2 to 3 feet off the rail. But his haunches have to go outside of it. So you're clear on keeping his front feet with, and then touch the haunches outside of it. Better, better. Good. One more bigger step. Little tap, 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 tap. Try a little harder, Prince. Get those butts over. He can do it. Get the butt over. He's leaning it in. Yeah, there. Okay, and then out of it. That was a bit dramatic, but at least he gave you the effort. Back to neutral. Good. And then again. Open that inside rein. We have 2 reps left this direction. I want you to really feel like I'm going to help you with the timing, but I want you to really feel like when he puts the effort in, when you really feel like his hind legs go over, that you find that release. Find that bigger track. Okay, now those tiny taps that help you with your leg. Don't let him get any faster. Good, and tap those hind legs off the outside track. Yep, he's got to really step underneath in them. Tap, tap. Yes, better. Good. Good, and last rep. One more time. Get those haunches outside the circle. Open and direct that inside rein. And tap those haunches all the way to the outside. Yep. Good. Okay. Good. Good step. Okay, he's just losing his balance, right? He's basically saying it's really, really hard. And it's kind of stressing him out. So that might happen the first couple rides. And then as we get him to get a little bit more flexible and comfortable, right, those will get a little easier. Let's change directions again.
Is that considered lateral flexibility?
Yes. So what we are trying to do is their hip, like everything, their power is all from their hind leg, right?
Right.
And we knew that already, but it's a very vague thing when people are like, focus on the hind legs. So what we're trying to do is get them flexible when they move like this.
Yeah.
And so that they can cross under, and the low back and everything is really flexible this way. So that when this is flexible, then this becomes flexible, and they can compress and push, and their low back moves that way, and then you have all the power in the world.
Yeah.
But they can't do this unless they can do this.
Yeah. I see.
And
okay. Wow. That's very hard because horses are predominantly linear in movement. Yeah.
Which is why lateral work is so important. All right, let's warm up a little canter. We'll always make the trot better, but the trot doesn't necessarily make the canter better. And so warming up the canter early is, I would like to start to be part of our program, and then ending on the trot work so we can almost get them a little bit more flexible. So let's do a little canter. We're gonna work on some adjustability in the canter and then end on some leg yields again. So whenever he feels ready, no swinging the butt out. So you're asking for inside bend here, but again, they can't canter well if they're not on a straight line. So you can't always open your inside rein and let them shoot out. You have to be able to ask for the transition while being able to draw a line from your outside aids. Good. Good. Lower leg steady, hips moving in the canter. That's it. Good. Elbow. Elbows in. Carry your hands in front so just your hip is moving. Step your feet into your stirrup. Instead of moving it forward and back, I want you to press down in your stirrup. On the downs, there you go.
Right foot has too much in the stirrup.
I think she's fixing it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to go down the long side, and we're gonna do haunches in. Take your right foot out of the stirrup a little here. Good. And haunches in. Outside leg back. Okay, not bad. Tiny little taps there, a little more angle. Slow the front, tap the haunches in. Good. I want you to be able to get a little more angle. Really hunker down that outside leg on and back. Turn your toe out, put your spur on, slow the front feet down. Okay, good. I'm fine if you counter flex them a little to get it in. One more time. Yeah, I want them to feel like as flexible as Disco's butt is. Slow the front feet down. Big push off the rail. Big haunch push in. Yes. Good job, Abby. And then let him straighten. Good. One more time on the front half of the next long side. And then you're going to show me a canter in place. Slow the front feet down. Commit to getting it done. Big push haunches off the rail like Disco. Smaller in the front, smaller in the front. That's better. Good. And then canter in place on our circle. What does he have to be in order to canter in place? Straight. Okay, so you can't just hold your inside rein. Shorten those reins up. So when we collect, you can have a little shorter rein and bounce the canter in front. A little more outside shoulder. I want you to be able to stay, like imagine you have cones on every canter stride in front of you, yeah, that you can put them in between a very specific track. Smaller canter than this. Half this canter in your seat. So how do we create a small canter? Make that canter happen in your seat. Don't let him have this big swinging step. You squeeze in your thigh. Make it clear that it's different from a down transition, but that his canter, he's not allowed to go anywhere. Smaller. Smaller. Thank you. Hold that. Yeah, make him hold that. Yeah, that's fine. Make him hold that canter. Good job. Good. And then start to let that canter out. Really good there. That's what I'm looking for. Super. Okay, now you're going to pull a me, and I want you to lengthen down the long side. Sit back on your tack. Come on.
Heads up.
Good job. Good. Down the next rail. I want to see that again. Like you mean it. Really open it up. Really straight. Yes. Slow. Excellent. Now come back. Easy in your arms. Just dial back the canter now. That's it. Super job. Good. And then stop your hip and let him trot. Nice. Good. Let's change direction. Okay, all the way around. Let's do little haunches in. Remember, you got to try a little harder on him. He's not as flexible as Disco. So you got to be able to really get him straight in the shoulder down the long side. Straight. Good. That canter haunches off the track. More. Yes, nice. And then straighten. Good job, Abby. So this direction, he likes to be a little haunches in. So the emphasis on the straighten, putting your inside leg back on and making him tuck his hind leg back in. Haunches way off. Yes, really nice. And then push him back in. Outside rein down. Inside leg. As straight as you can get him. There you go. Good. And then one more time. Haunches way in. Good. And then put your right leg on. Inside leg. On and back. Push him back straighter. More. Yes. Really good there. That's super. Good. Now show me canter in place coming down the long side. Shorten your reins. Shorten those reins. Shorten your reins. Thank you. So your hands can stay in front and you can kind of work them to get lighter up there. Smaller. Good. Straighter. Elbows in. Yeah, you gotta have a little bit more control of your elbows and your body here. Yeah, hold yourself in a little tighter. Gotta create that canter in your seat, not just bounce around. Yeah, smaller. Smaller. Now we're talking. Now we're trying. Then you held your body still. Good. Smaller. Are you making sure you're straight? Thank you. Good. And smaller. Now we're talking. Good. And then just relax your hips and let the canter out a little. Yep, just let it breathe out. And then go down the long side and lengthen. Sit back in your tack. Go ahead. Good. And then bring it back. Smaller. Good. And then lengthen again. Open your hip angle. Good. And then bring it back again.
Take care of your eye thing, Abby. Can you see?
Doesn't need to see. Just kidding. Good. And then stop your hip and trot.
Yeah. I think she got a bug in her eye.
You need to fix it? Let him stretch. Fix your eye thing. You need to take care of something on your face? You good?
She's waiting for the tears to produce so she could flush.
You good? You need to walk, or are you ready to leg yield? All right. I want to go first in those. That's it. Good fix, Abby. Super. Look at that. For him, go ahead and take a circle if you need it. Yield. Open that. Yep. Shoulders first. See if you can get his head just a little straighter. Same crossover. Excellent. All right, let him walk. Very good.
Your mask is right here. Yeah, that's fine. So.
And I got wedgies.
Look, she's too short. She can't get on by herself.
No, I can.
Come on, midget. Get on.
You can step on me. I can.
Yep.
No, I got it. I was taking too long.
Thanks, Rachel.
And Disco needs to see his best friend Lucy.
No, get in there and don't get killed. Let's go.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay.
Pay attention. What are you doing? Go back somewhere safe.
Lengthen and compress. It's like he's trained all of a sudden.
He looks so good.
Put him on one or two.
That lengthened canter was what made your butt hurt, Abby. She said her butt hurts.
My
From-
pelvis.
Lots of growing.
That's where they should be.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Just making. I'm sure it is. I'm just.
I can double check, but I'm pretty sure it's A.
Okay.
Like every May Woodstock that I've done, it's always been the same.
Okay.
But I'll
So
go
down center line. Now Abby helped. Down center line. Track left.
and then
20-meter circle at E. Right.
Yeah.
And then you do the serpentine.
Yeah.
And then you do another
20-meter circle at B.
circle, and then you're gonna walk.
Walk in the corner, right? Or is it a specific?
No, you walk at I think A. No, in between F and A.
In
F and A.
Okay.
Okay.
In between F and A, walk.
Yeah. And
Medium walk, KXM, full diagonal, right?
No, you have to pick up your reins.
right before.
Before.
F.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you trot at C, and then trot,
Oh my
circle,
God.
trot, and then canter on the quarter line, and then canter, circle, come across, change direction, come at.
Follow her, Abby.
And then canter on the quarter line right here, canter, circle all the way around, and come at center line, halt at X.
I hope she said you canter that. So there's like
Quadrant.
canter.
Yeah, I heard. She said it quarter
I
line.
don't really know like my letters on this. In the
I understood that by the way you were telling me
Okay.
your test.
And
I
then
don't really. I just know like where.
20 meters at B.
Yes.
Then
And then and then she goes across the diagonal. She said the diagonal to change directions.
K to M. And then
Yep.
same
Yep.
thing.
That's what she said. Yep.
Okay, good.
All is good. All right. Right rein. Up and open. Up and open on that right rein. That's it. He was actually giving me a few steps away from see that in the trot, and he was like, lifting. Good. Present you like I want to see her like yes, I'm owning this test down center line. Good. Then shape left. Hand stay in front. Now straighten on the long side. Remember, you got to ride the test that the question's being asked. Inside leg. Help him just bend a little to the inside. Shape your circle. Did you touch B? Good. And then right off of it. Looking at E. That's right when you should be turning into a straight line here. Outside ring. That's it. Good. Change the bend right over X. Right bend. Love it. Turn. Why are you in your corner? This is a serpentine.
Now I go in my corner.
Okay, do that again. Cut across your diagonal. Start from your serpentine. And give him a pet because he looks really good and he's tired of you messing up. So 2 half circles. What if you were going to ride a 20-meter circle at A? You'd graze the rail there. You'd graze X. Excellent. Change the bend over X. Look here. You'd graze in between the 2 letters. And then look at C. So the judge knows that you're not going in your corner. And then the minute you hit C, straight, 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 corner. Straight, straight, straight. There. Good. Hands in front, elbows following, there you go. A little widen of your hands here, just to help him tell him that he's gonna stretch down. That's it, good, little scratch on his wither, good boy. And then lower, and straighter. Okay, shorten your rein. You should want him to be reaching to your hand a little more earlier. Like, that's the goal of the first free walk, is to actually feel like he's ready to reach down to the bit. Good, nice and straight. Good. Now creating a trot he can canter from, yeah? So you're sitting, compressing a little, getting his feet to move quicker. Sitting. Okay, fine. Touching B, hands in front, elbows following the canter. Don't lock your elbows so much. You got to guide him to where he wants to go, not try to pull him there. Good corner. Straight, and add another half halt here. Ooh. That's it. Super. Really good. Straight. And again, now you're thinking, I have a canter transition. Creating a trot I can canter from. Elbows in, little half halting. Now again, present yourself to the judge. You're like, okay, I just nailed my test, thank you. Good boy, big pet, super job.
Nice halt.